Good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful day here on the homestead. Before I start this video off, I want to talk about something that's kind of important to me and the channel, and not only myself, but YouTubers across the board. The importance of the subscribe button and the notification bell and hitting the likes or the dislikes, whichever way it is. Man, I've noticed, well, my viewership has gone down drastically. I used to get 2,000 to 3,000 views per video, and I was like, wow, this is good for a small channel, horrible for a big channel, but I'll take it. And then I went on a little hiatus, and then I came back after my hiatus, and I only got 100 views max on average. And then in the last 6 months, mainly since around election time, it's really weird how things happened. You know, November, just for a timestamp. Views are well under 100 on every video. Not that I'm upset about that, but how is it that a channel with, not me, but several channels with 500,000 to 1 million to 1.5 million subscribers can have a dozen or more videos in a row, yet only get 2,000 or 3,000 views for a good video? Strange how the algorithm is working against YouTubers. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. All right, so on to today's video. So I am burning today. Where I live, we don't burn on the regular as in other parts of the state of Kansas, just because the winds and the grounds are drier. We don't have as much moisture where I live, which is fine. This is a fairly safe day to do it, only 6-7 mile an hour winds. It is blowing from the east, and so what I'm doing, I've got nice green grass over there, and I started burning it from the west east, so that way it's back burning. It's not going to flare up and take over very quick for what it's worth. We had a couple days last weekend actually that were 2 to 3 mile an hour winds, and even the Forest Service was out burning. And you know what you do is you burn grass like this, controlled, and that will prevent wildfires. People don't understand when you do this on a regular, it prevents accidents from happening. Just like in the forest. If the forests were well managed, if they were logged and cleaned up, a lot of people say when you sweep the forest floor, they're not talking about going out there with a broom. It's talking about doing this right here, managing the ground, taming the land, making sure that what you've got going on for yourself is well taken care of. And this is really good for the soil. This is really good for the ground. The reason why I'm burning today, well, I could have done it any other day, really, but is because this is all where my trees are going to go. This is all going to be my apple grove, my tree grove. Like I said in previous videos, we don't have a bunch of trees on this land. We have, well, several trees, but they're not within a good radius of the house, and they don't serve any purpose for blocking wind, and we don't want to surround our house with wind block. And the winds blow from all directions. So my idea was just to get trees on the ground, and I want to have, you know, 20 or 30 apple trees within the next couple of years here. And so far I've got 4 apple trees, a pear tree, 2 cherry trees, and a peach tree to get planted. I think there's even, did I say a pear? Yeah, 4 apples, a pear, a peach, 2 cherries. And my idea is to also have, you know, grapevines and that kind of stuff out here to provide food and for myself and animals, and shelter for animals and all that kind of stuff. I love nature, and so I'm building a habitat. But this right here is one of the first steps to provide that habitat, excuse me, in a really good, safe means. I'm being safe about it. I do have the water tank out here today. It's half full. Unfortunately, I overlooked something on my trailer. The springs. Obviously, they're well taken down there. I've got about 130, 140 gallons of water in there, so it's half the tank. It's not bottomed out all the way, but those leaf springs, well, they were homemade. I didn't make them, somebody else did. I didn't realize how weak they were. They're welded on re-welded, cut, and people do all kinds of weird things when they're doing anything homemade. Doing things homemade. Goodness, guys. And, well, the top leaf has snapped off. So I'm going to get new leaves on this. Some 3,000 or 4,000 pound leaf springs. I know it's only 2,200 pounds max weight for that whole thing to be full, but I want to make sure that this tank and trailer is well able to hold the load underneath the movement. So that's going good. This thing is burning slowly instead of with the wind. I've done it before. I did actually over there. You might be able to see a little black patch over there. It was dead calm. I burnt from the east. We had east winds. Well, I just took it and it burnt quick. With about 10 minutes, a whole quarter acre or half acre over there was burnt very quick. I did mow it first, but it was much faster than I wanted it to be, and I couldn't control it, so I had to put it out quick. So it's doing really good. I've got about an acre here, maybe an acre and a half, pretty much up to where that tall grass is. I'm going to cut short of that about 15 feet if I can control it. Hopefully I can. And we'll take it right over this little hill here. You might be able to see that little hill, but that's where the edge is going to be. Burning this off will also give me a nice lay of the land. Well, guys, here we are about 45 minutes to an hour later. A slow controlled burn in this situation is extremely important. It makes it safer to do this. Getting most of it burnt off right now. It's blowing into the already burnt ground, so I don't have to worry about flare-ups or anything. Pretty much have my tractor there as the line as to how far I want to go that direction, so I'm safe that direction. I'll have water right there if it gets any further, but it's just going to keep on back burning this way, and it's going to be nice and easy. As you see, everything back here is brown or green. The green, well, guys, I believe our property used to be part of maybe 1930s or before industrial hemp, because most people call it ditchweed. It grows really well where I live. This entire green patch right here is all ditchweed. Actually, all of this is ditchweed. That is a mixture of fireweed and ditchweed. My big thing today is I'm going to make sure that the fire does not touch that. I have counted already 15 pheasant in this giant patch of brown grass here. So my dogs are in there right now, probably going to stir them up. But 15 pheasant, that's pretty cool to see. Maybe they'll stir one up and we can see it. Now the only thing they're stirring up is ticks. Here. Nothing. Oh, here he comes. See any pheasant? Find any pheasant in there? Huh? No pheasant? She's the cowardly bird dog that's never caught a bird. Anyways, that's what it's doing. Looking good, burning good. Should be done within the next 10-15 minutes. Well, we're done. The tractor was sitting about right where it's at now, but this taller stuff had a little wind gust come up and it started to attack the trailer and the tractor, so I had to move those, and I went ahead and started putting it out just because I didn't want to, catch the tractor. But the pump, it works really good, and this whole setup here really works well for these situations. Everything on the leading edge of the fire is put out, so all I've got to do is mop up the little smoldering areas, but I'll let those burn out for the most part because they are towards the inside and far enough away from all the unburned grass. But this works really nicely. I'll have about an acre worth of nice green grass in probably 2 to 3 weeks. This will be nice green grass here. Not that we don't have green grass coming around us anyways, but burning, it really just kills the undergrowth and helps that nice green stuff pop through. And all these brown spots you see there, well, those are from like moles or something. I don't know what they are. We have all kinds of stuff digging in the ground out here. See if I can find that hole. I found a hole here earlier that was, well, I stuck my entire hoe rod down in. Where'd it go? Resembles a badger hole. It was about 16 inches wide and as deep as my handle would go. I stepped in the hole. I don't know where it went, but anyways, yeah, it's not a pretty thing to step in, and wanted to make sure that I could definitely be clear of all those. I want to take my blade and knock all these down because it just makes it horrific mowing all that. So anyways, the wind is starting to kick up, so I'm going to go ahead and mop all these smoldering things out and go about my day. That's a day for me. So anyways, keep calm and carry on, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you later.